Welcome back to Storytime with Lynn. Today I'll be reading A Dragon with ADHD, written by Steve Herman. Hello there, friend. Remember me? That's right. My name is Drew. I'm the kid who has a dragon by the name of Diggory-Doo. Living with a dragon can be very entertaining, but a dragon is a wild thing that needs a lot of training. The most important thing that Diggory had to figure out was to keep from getting mad and blowing fire right out of his snout. I taught Diggory rules to follow, and he has learned them all by heart. As far as dragons are concerned, Diggory's pretty smart. If you pay close attention, I'm pretty sure you'll see that the lessons Diggory's learned can help kids like you and me. Take, for instance, this one time when Diggory was upset, but he learned something about himself he'd never forget. Diggory-Doo was full of energy and couldn't stay in his chair. If you tell Diggory-Doo to go, he's already there. But when he was in the classroom where he was supposed to sit, that was not what Diggory wanted to do, not one little bit. Diggory's teacher fussed at him because he talked a lot. He interrupted when she was teaching, even though he knew he should not. Diggory tried to stop, but no matter how he tried, his words came spilling out. They would not stay inside. Excessive talking seemed to be what Diggory most enjoyed, and sometimes when he was talking, he couldn't control his voice. He got a bit excited, and whatever he was telling gets louder by the minute until Diggory-Doo was yelling. Diggory played with building blocks. He stacked them way up tall. But before he was even finished, he grabbed his basketball and headed out to the driveway to shoot some hoops, and then he decided he's changed his mind and went inside again. Nope. He got all his crayons out and prepared to draw a while, but stopped to work on a puzzle. It seemed it was his style. He never quite finished any task that he's begun. He quit to move to something else long before he's done. Diggory often found it hard to remember what we said. When he was told to clean his room, he'd do something else instead. He was not trying to be naughty. His mind just tended to stray. He forgot what he'd been told and didn't mean to disobey. He took toys out to play, but couldn't remember where he left them, so then he had to search when he wanted to go and get them. Diggory-Doo was different. Sometimes that made him sad. "What's wrong with me, I wonder?" he asked my mom and dad. We love Diggory very much and want to do what's best. So we took him to the doctor, and the doctor ran some tests. "Your dragon is not sick," she said. "He's healthy as can be. From the looks of things, I'd say he just has ADHD. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder." "Why must I be different?" cried my dragon, Diggory-Doo. "I don't want ADHD, Drew. I want to be like you." I said, "You're not the only one with ADHD." "Oh yeah?" said Diggory-Doo. "Who else is just like me?" I said, "It just so happens you're in good company. Have you heard of Albert Einstein? He had ADHD. Walt Disney, Thomas Edison, they both had it too. These very famous people, Diggory, were a lot like you." "Have you heard of Michael Phelps? Michael can really swim. He also has ADHD. That means you're just like him. You both have lots of energy, Diggory. Here's a thought. If you had a sport like Michael, that might help a lot. When you have extra energy, Diggory, you could run. Just choose a proper time and place. Wouldn't that be fun? Then you won't fidget in the classroom and teacher won't get mad." Diggory-Doo declared. "You know, that doesn't sound so bad." And talking's not a bad thing. It means that you're not shy. You talk to everyone you meet. You're such a friendly guy. Talking helps you make new friends. Just be careful what you say. Pause and think before you speak, and it will be okay. Diggory still looked puzzled. He frowned and scratched his chin. But I can't seem to finish all the things that I begin. Here's a little trick that you might want to try. When you begin a task, have a timer set close by. Don't stop until the time runs out. It's like a game you play. Diggory said, "That sounds like fun. I'll try that game today." And every time you play, set the time a little longer. Bit by bit, you'll find your concentration growing stronger. Write down the things you must remember. That's another way to cope with ADHD and get you through the day. I told Diggory, "You were born with ADHD, it's true. But that's not all you were born with. There's so much more to you. Who can sneeze and start a campfire? You're the only one I know. And you can always make me laugh when I am feeling low. You have imagination. I love the stories that you tell. You're my favorite friend to play with. You're smart and kind as well. I wouldn't change you, Diggory do. You're a shining star. ADHD is what you have. It isn't what you are." The end. I hope that you enjoyed the story today, and if you are someone that can relate to the struggles that Diggory Doo has, please know you are not alone, as the story has taught us, but also wanted to share that I, too, am someone that struggles with ADHD. So, you guys got this. Thank you so much for joining me today on Storytime with Lynn, reading A Dragon with ADHD by Steve Herman. If you enjoyed this story, check out all the other titles featuring Drew and Diggory Doo, written by Steve Herman.